Tomorrow is Thursday, the day of the typhoon, so I'll probably do a quick check-in to see what damage is done here tomorrow, because I'm assuming this fence, the plants, things are, they're saying it's going to be 170 kilometer per hour winds. It's not looking very good. I've never ever seen the ocean like this here. Actually, this is very dangerous where I am. Hold. This looks like the end of the world. What? Welcome to another week building my house here in the Philippines. We've got a pretty stressful morning to talk about today. Trying to take everything into perspective. Had a serious issue with miscommunication between me and the parties involved building this house. I had a very uncomfortable, unfun phone call right now, which I hope settled things through, but we're gonna have, it's gonna be interesting moving forward. So today is Tuesday morning. We've been tracking this really big tropical storm / typhoon that's supposed to hit Siargao directly in the next week. How are you?
I want to try the Thai ice cream.
That's a really funny shot. So Wednesday night, Thursday morning, it's going to be hitting Siargao directly. So that means construction is going to be paused pretty much for the weekend. So things are not panning out perfectly. Obviously, I'm taking everything into perspective. At the end of the day, they have done a really great job. The project has its ups and downs. Communication has had its ups and downs, but overall, it's been a really good process. I'm trying to be a little more on the pressury side because I want to wrap up and I don't want to stretch it out so long. But obviously, again, everything in perspective. So we're going to head over to the lot now. I'm going to show you guys what the progress has been, and we'll go and chat about it. Alright, so the main issues lie with this project in communication. There's 4 parties working together here. Louis, the contractor, his son Kim, Anna, which is the lady who handles like shipping things into the lot and ordering materials, and then me. I tried to keep it light and bubbly and happy so far because there's been very minor issues. We've sort of hit a bit of a wall. To be honest with you guys, I was pretty disheartened at this point in the project because we had some serious miscommunications, which I don't really want to go into right now. Within the context of what actually happened, it doesn't really matter anymore in the large scheme of things, so there's no point in actually mentioning what exactly went down. But this lack of communication and the impending typhoon that was happening put me in a really stressful situation. I also had gotten food poisoning just a day earlier, so I was already feeling really malnourished and not doing so well. I learned that constructing a house in the Philippines is about setting expectations really low, and I don't say that in a negative way, but people work on island time. Through all the patience that I've learned in the Philippines through the various tragedies that have happened to me while living in this country, nothing could have prepared me for building a house here. And so it's something I had to learn and get moving on it because I am feeling really bad and I don't want to be here right now. I'm feeling very sick. So hopefully we can get all that squared away. Alright guys, welcome back to the lot. I apologize for my mood. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm still recovering from a bit of food poisoning I had yesterday. What we've been dealing with today is They have been varnishing the walls, pretty much sealing the walls and giving it a smoother coat. There's a typhoon coming, so we can't really work past today. There's gonna be a major typhoon that will probably delay the work for the next 3 days. So that's the update for Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, Tuesday. That's the update for Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday, the day of the typhoon. So I'll probably do a quick check-in to see what damage is done here tomorrow, because I'm assuming this fence, the plants, things are. They're saying it's going to be 170 km/h winds. It's not looking very good. If only we had 170 km/h winds. At the peak, when this typhoon hit us, the gusts were as strong as 300 km/h, with over 410 total people confirmed dead, and the damage costing over $1 billion. This was the second costliest typhoon in Philippines history. Typhoon Odette formed on December 11th, 2021, and gave us minimal time to prepare. And while we were not expecting a Category 5 super typhoon, we were warned that this thing turned into a super typhoon the morning of. For the couple days we had before the typhoon made landfall on December 16th, we knew we would be hit with a typhoon in the range of Category 1 to 2. But what hit us was a monster, something that nobody was prepared for. Not me, not my construction team, and not anybody who lived on Siargao Island. And these are some clips of what it was like for me to see my house right after the storm.
Owner of the tent, I asked, I said, please,
To cut?
only clearing, only our passage, what to be called this one?
You're okay? You're safe? You're good?
Yes,
Your
good.
family okay? Everyone okay?
My wife is now on the way to recovery because the heart also.
Heart.
But the nurse is in my house.
Okay. The neighborhood, my friendly neighbors, their house is not here anymore. That's unbelievable. Just to what this was a day ago. Hey guys, welcome to a new week building the house here in the Philippines on Siargao Island. I'm walking over to the lot right now. It is actually Wednesday. This was all like super lush, like it was like up to here. That's crazy. Wow.
This morning I came here and give food. If your house is still okay.
So our neighbors, their fence is completely gone. Yeah, as expected, my fence is gone. That's very much expected.
Imagine.
Yeah. I just want to make a note because I got comments on this when I uploaded this version of the video when the typhoon just happened. I tend for some reason to smile a lot in the face of a tragedy like this. I've never dealt with a tragedy like this in my life up to this point. So I apologize in advance if it seems insensitive to many of you guys watching that I'll end up smiling or chuckling while looking at the damage that happened to my house. I think it's just a psychological way for me to cope with what I was looking at, but I can assure you that I was distressed and not happy in any way. I don't know why this is how my body decided to express it, but it is. So I'm sorry. God damn it. What's up, my man? How you doing, bro? Yeah. Yep. It's about one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. It really hurts. It really hurts a lot. It's like, it's not even a sense of crying about like the loss of it. It's like everyone's communal loss sucks. This whole thing sucks. It's all gone. I mean, God bless I have as much as I do, but we're so close to finishing. It's all gone now. Fuck.
Also my, what do you call, electrical tools
It's all gone.
missing.
Our shed is gone.
The electrical is missing also.
So Kuya Lewis is telling me now that all our power tools, mine and his, that were in the shed got crushed. It's all stolen. It's like 15,000 pesos worth of it.
You know my taster, how much is almost 47,000 from...
Gone.
Yeah. It's no good. It's kind of attitude. But never mind.
That is about one of the hardest things I've ever experienced in my entire life. That's terrible. That's a terrible feeling. This project that we all worked so hard to finish is gone. It's over. We have to accept that it's over. The contractor's house is gone. His son is missing. Everything is fucked. It's all terrible. So bad. So bad. And there's no answers. There's no answers on when it'll be over. That's the hardest part. I spent nearly a month after Typhoon Odette on the island of Siargao volunteering with my friends and with my neighbors on the island to help shed a light on the situation on the island, raise money, and give back to the local people of the island. We raised money for food drives, for building materials, and worked together like a well-oiled machine to provide as much volunteer work as we could before we left the island. So I came back to the lot to try to make a special agreement with Kuya Lewis, the contractor. And look what I found. He actually riled up all the chickens. I know he's been tending to the lot and I haven't been here in over a week. Oh man, the smell here is terrible. House is destroyed. Ish. I mean, there's still a good base to work off of, but my chickens are here. Hey guys. How are you? Babies. Babies, I'm gonna be leaving soon. I'm gonna miss you guys. Flaco. Okay, come here closer. And you just say, I agree after I will ask you, do you agree? You say, I agree, if you want.
Yeah, okay.
So first of all, I am here with Luis Gamayot, my contractor from Siargao Tropical Builders on the construction of this house. It is currently December 20th, 2021. We are recording a post-contractual agreement about the future of this house and the lot as per him becoming the caretaker. So I will read the sentences and Luis will agree to the different clauses. Luis, is anybody forcing you to say anything in this contract? Are you being forced to say anything now?
What you mean? No.
Is anyone forcing you to talk?
No.
You agree to?
Yeah, I agree. I
Okay.
agree.
All right. So, I, Sir Luis Gamayot, resident of Barangay Santa Fe, General Luna, Surigao del Norte, hereby accept temporary responsibility to care for and live within lot. For legal reasons, I can't let you listen to the entire contract because there's private information about the lot, the lease, all that stuff that you guys don't need to know about. That had to be included in this video contract. Now the problem is we didn't have electricity, we didn't have paper, we didn't have printing, we couldn't sign anything. So this was my only way to protect Luis and I, duly protect the two of us via a video contract. Now to give you guys a basic summary, I ran the contract through Luis before I read it to him multiple times. I made sure he was 100% okay with everything on there. And to be honest with you guys, the contract is very much in my favor. I had to leave to the United States on February 4th. I had to be there for my best friend's wedding, a childhood friend who I'd promised I'd be there for. I could not miss this wedding, and honestly the situation on Siargao was getting so bad a month in. I was sick, I was full of cuts, scrapes, and infections. I needed to get off the island for my own personal safety and to obviously communicate and continue raising funds and awareness for the island. There was a bevy of reasons that I needed to leave Siargao. So this was my only way to protect myself, to make sure that the house and the lot would be in good care under Luis, who is somebody that I actually trust. And also, since the situation in his house was so bad, and I'll show you what that looked like in a minute, this would give him and his family a temporary place to reside while I left Siargao for probably the next year or so until I came back to resume construction. So here's what's left of my contractor's house. Came back here with Elka and we're dropping off all of these goods. It's all stuff that they can use. Their house has been destroyed, so I'm hoping when they move into my house that was in the middle of construction and start fixing it up and working on it, they'll have a fully fledged kitchen here. The one that I was gonna build, all for themselves, even a stovetop. Well, that's it. That's the last of the kitchen right there. my beautiful kitchen that was gonna be, that is no longer gonna be. But you know, that's great. That's great stuff. They can use all this stuff now. Hopefully if they get running electricity at any point on the island again, use it for all their cooking needs. We've also had a crazy emotional day today. We got internet from a satellite in one of the resorts called Lamari, which Elka now used to contact Sar, which is the owner of Happiness and Arca, where we've been living. And we got lots of updates. We know that our families know that we're safe. We know that he's on the way with lots of supplies. We know that the world knows about us, which is really emotionally a nice thing to know. I'm desperately scrambling to try to get a video out about this because I want to tap into you guys, my followers, to try to get some donations and money out this way. But yeah, Elka and I are actually currently on a water mission as well. We're trying to find water that we were supposed to rendezvous with here, but is not here. So that's our second failed drive to Santa Fe with no water. Now what?
Maybe when we get back, he's there.
Now listen up, you mother flowers. It's time to explain to you guys the exact timeline of the construction of this house. So many of you guys during the series of building this house have blamed me for reusing or re-uploading old footage to profit off of Philippines content while I wasn't in the Philippines. Get something in your heads right now, alright? I started construction on this house in October 2021. The typhoon happened in December 2021. I left Siargao Island and the Philippines at the end of January 2022. We started this process in October 2021 and ended it in January 2022. Since January 2022, I have been catching up on uploading these episodes which were supposed to air before Typhoon Odette. I couldn't upload those episodes because I had to show you guys what happened in the typhoon in real time. None of the footage of this house building series, besides this episode, has reused any footage. Every single episode was fresh footage I never uploaded to the YouTube channel before. And it's really important that you guys understand I don't care about profiting off of the Philippines. I went out to construct a house in the Philippines in a place that I love. I wanted to build myself a home. I also wanted to use the YouTube channel to make money while filming this episode series about building a house. There was no way in the world that I was not going to upload this footage. I 100% wanted to profit off of showing you guys how I built my house. It doesn't require you guys to pay any money. All I wanted to do was show you guys how I made this house and make money off of the ads that are played in the video. That way I can cover some of the cost of construction via the YouTube channel, which is my full-time job. I hope that makes sense and doesn't offend anyone, but that is the truth and 100% of the timeline of exactly how I uploaded this series. This house building series started in such a positive light and ended in absolute tragedy. It's so unfortunate the events that occurred on the island of Siargao, not just to me but to the entire community of people that were living there and my entire construction team. Their lives were really devastated and affected by this typhoon. But being able to provide you guys with this episodic series of how I built a house in the Philippines is something I'm so proud of as a traveler, because I finally kind of found a home somewhere and was able to provide you guys with content on building a dream place for myself throughout my many travels around the world. Somewhere that I could kind of call a home base and feel comfortable living in. I learned so much through the series, made so many great friends, and really grew as a person through the anxieties and the fears that came along with pursuing this sort of project. It was not easy. And again, while this project ended in tragedy, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I will be returning to the Philippines and to Siargao in the very near future to finish this project. And for the moment, Louis and his family have been living in the house, keeping it safe. My chickens have actually bred and have babies now, and I've had multiple YouTubers and close friends go out to the lot and give me updates on the lot while I haven't been there. My grass has grown. I've sent them money to actually install another temporary roof on top of the house, and I'll have to be there on the ground to assess the damage and see what next steps I need to take to complete this project. But what I can tell you guys, rest assured, I will be returning in the near future to finish this thing and show you guys exactly how I completed a house, with a minor, massive super typhoon hiccup in the middle.
Halika, sandali mo.
So after about a year and a half of owning this amazing Jurassic Park tuk-tuk, the only Jurassic Park tuk-tuk in existence on planet Earth, I'm giving it away today to my contractor, unfortunately, because I'm gonna be hopefully leaving the island and it's over. So I'm gonna be giving this as a gift to the contractor so he can use it until it completely breaks. It's in pretty bad condition overall, but it's done a lot of good. A lot of good, especially the last few weeks in Siargao. It's been able to help a lot of people out. So Alberto is gonna actually help me by going to Santa Fe with me, giving me a ride back here to GL. But it's time to say goodbye to the Jurassic Park tuk-tuk. And just like that, aboard a C-130 plane with the Philippines Air Force, I left the island of Siargao. I left my house and I left the project behind. I left my contractor and my friends behind. And I eventually left the Philippines to come back to the United States of America, where I've been the last 5 or 6 months. This project has been on my mind every single day. As I've been working through and editing these episodes, it's a constant reminder that I have an unfinished book still yet to pick up and finish when I return to my lovely island. And I'm so excited for the day that I get to go back and do that. For now, I know the lot is in good hands with Luis and his family, and I know when I return to the island, we'll be able to pick up where we left off. I'm in constant communication with them, always getting updates. And while this will be my last episode in the Philippines for a little while, I hope you guys all stay tuned for the future when we finally finish constructing my dream tiny house in Siargao Island. I'll see you guys in the next episode. I love you long time. Goodbye, Clads.